Hello, this is part 3 of a 4-part video series on how to use the OnPoint DICOM Study Analyzer tool. This section will focus on sending DICOM data. A common situation is that you have a series of DICOM Part 10 files on disk, such as this MR study, and you'd like to send them to a CSTORE SCP just to test out DICOM connectivity and various workflows. This tool makes this very easy to do. By right-clicking, you'll see a Send via DICOM Study Analyzer option. Once you select it, it will scan that directory and pop this dialog up, in which case it'll allow you to set various options for the send. Specifically, the network and AE title parameters. The first one is going to be the host name or IP address of the SCP, that is like the PAX server or the archive that's listening and receiving DICOM in. The TCP port number it's listening on, the AE title that is being known by, and you can also specify your local SCU AE title that you send over when you negotiate the transfer. Down here are patient and study level edits, and so another common need is if you have an existing DICOM study on disk, you want to edit some of these key attributes on the fly during the send. That may be needed because the archive may use those for various identification purposes. So you can modify the name, date of birth, the patient ID, study date, study time, a session number, the study description, and you can even generate new UIDs and generate new date times. What happens when you generate new UIDs is it will actually modify this SOP instances during transmission to include a new study UID, new series UIDs, and new SOP instance UIDs. If you select generate new date times, it will actually change the study or actually all the date times to the current date time when it sends. So in this case, you'll see that this is an older study from 2001. After I send it, it'll actually have the current date time on it. So what I'm going to go do, I already set up Clear Canvas Workstation to act as an SCP on my local host, and I'm going to go ahead and send. What you'll notice is that it shows a progress as it sends. If I switch over to the Clear Canvas Workstation, you'll see it's also receiving them, and it happened pretty quickly, and so now it has that are now available for viewing. And so sent 139, received 139. I can double click the study and it'll open it up over here. So this is the MR study that we just sent. The other thing is if something goes wrong, it does keep track of a log which you can look at. This can be used to diagnose and troubleshoot the problems. It'll show different situations. For example, if the SCP is unreachable because of a network issue, or maybe it's rejecting the association because of the AE titles, you'll see that here so you can troubleshoot exactly what's going wrong. Lastly, the defaults that it comes with are shown here, but you may actually want to tweak the AE title and whatnot for your own defaults. And so if you come in here to the OnPoint Study Analyzer in the Program section, and I'm going to open up the configuration file, you'll see a number of properties here. You can change the default host name that's displayed in the DICOM send, the port number, the remote AE title, local AE title, whether or not it should change new UIDs or new date times when it gets generated. So you can change those files or change those settings and save it back, and then it will pick those up the next time you run it. This concludes the DICOM send capabilities of the Study Analyzer tool. Thank you.